Hello and welcome to Snowrunner mod review. Now this is more of works in progress for the Hummer H1. You can see we've added, Iceberg has done some tweaks to it already. Now he's been getting on with the add-ons, which that was the one thing what was holding up before it came out for release, where he wanted to put some bespoke add-ons to it, and that's what he's been doing. He's waiting on the Humvee at the moment, where he's doing textures on that. Now he's also doing the textures on all the, you can see he's put this new roof rack. Now he built that from scratch, and you see we've got 360-degree lighting, LED bars going all the way around. Let's put that in all-wheel drive, which is cool. He did that on a Discord the other day, just went through and showed us how to do a bit of modelling and came up with that. And look at that, I'm proper beached on that. There we go, let's get off that. So yeah, he's also added the slant back, which a lot of people were asking for, and it just makes it fit in with the Hummer H2 a little bit more as well. He's also done a longer roof rack, which you might have seen that on the news the other day, where it was extended, goes quite far back, and he's added his own add-ons on the top of that and what have you. So it's looking good. Now there is another add-on he wants to do, which will be a secret add-on. Now that add-on will be probably take another week or so before that comes out, because there's quite a bit to do on that one, but you're gonna love it, you really are. Now one of the other things is we've found one of my pet hates with the Hummer was it was a little bit slow, and it was like, come on, just give us a little bit more power, and we have got no more power now. Now if you're watching one of the news videos the other day where I had it driving around, and it goes a hell of a lot better than what it did. He did give us a hell of a tweak, and then he tweaked it down a little bit. I was gutted because it wasn't OP, it was just quite well balanced, and at least you had that get up and go. So now we can actually, if you're knocking it up through the gears and start spinning it around, it will do donuts. So it has got enough power to do a little donut, and when you're knocking it up through the gears now, it will get through the gears, whereas sometimes it was I don't think the gears were long enough really. But I was a bit gutted he turned the engine down a bit, because when I first got in it I was like, wow, this is exactly what we want. And you can see we do struggle at times to keep it in a straight line, where it has got a little bit more power than what it should do, but this is what we want. We just want a little bit more power on it. In the comments on my channel I've had a lot of people just asking for a little bit more power. So half the reason I can tell on the power is we hit this jump here, whereas if it clears the 2 versions, which it didn't, see before we were doing straight over those 2, and now I always hit that bit and it grinds out. But never mind, I'm going to get back on him and say, come on, just give us a little bit more, because he did tweak the values a little bit further than what they are at the moment, and then he dropped them back down again, and I was gutted, really was. Now like I said, the Humvee is taking shape, and I'm hoping to get my hands on that in the next couple of days. He thinks that textures should be done over the weekend, so as soon as the textures are done on that, then we will get that out. Now he's also added these swampers, which me personally, I think they make a hell of a lot of difference. They change the overall look of the truck, just having those little bit wider tyres on there, and they look and go awesome. He's tweaked them a little bit as well, so it's still not going to, he's never going to bring an overpowered mod with overpowered tyres and what have you. So the values on the tyres are still you could get stuck. You will get stuck if you put it in some deep mud and it just sinks down. Then yeah, it's just going to stop and not go very far. Which is that's the sort of mods he wants to build. He wants to build just slightly tweaked more than vanilla, but not tweaked so it's completely overpowered, and that's what he's managed with this one at the moment. Now also going on to what he's saying about this mod, where the Hummer is got to be the most worked on mod he's done ever. It's got the most amount of detail on it, and file size, it is getting quite big. We're up to what, 400 megabytes on it now. Now he's doing the textures on the Humvee, and he's also doing all the textures on these new roof racks what he's fitted. So and he's gonna, hopefully those textures won't be that high, so we can keep the overall file size down. But the file size for console, when it comes in, it will be quite high, just from the amount of detailing. I think he will try and optimize it the best he can, but bear that in mind. That's why with the Humvee will be a lot smaller file size and a lot smaller on the RAM, so you shouldn't have any issues with that. But it won't have as many add-ons, basically, the Humvee to the Hummer, where the Humvee is just a little bit more fun. There will be a couple of add-ons on it, but nothing too extreme on it. And like I said, the Hummer is coming on a treat. I'm really chuffed with it, and nice to have a little bit of power. Now all the suspension on it's working a treat. That's did have a few people not happy with it, but to be fair, I think it works a treat. It soaks up those bumps, and we don't get too much bouncing, whereas sometimes you hit a bump too hard and it just bounces rather than actually absorb the impact. Come on, let's get over there. So yeah, it's coming on really well. Now this one, not sure when it's going to be released yet, because like I said, he's got the secret add-on to do, and he just wants to get it. Well, this one won't be, as soon as it's 100% done, then it will be released, and it will be debranded, ready for console, because he is on about bringing out a console version, and then he might bring a PC version out. At the moment, it just all depends on file sizes, and there's no point bringing out like separate PC and console mods, so he might even bring the console and PC one out at the same time. Well, it'd be the same mod basically, so it might be the unbranded one, but I'll let you know on that as soon as we know a little bit more. But the overall handling of it, brilliant. Done a cracking job with it, and this thing is a complete flyer now. It's really good, whereas before it was a little bit weak, and now we have plenty of power. We really have. So I'm not going to go into the garage and show you what the options are at the moment, because a few of those he's just tweaking. So as soon as they finish, which should be probably in the next couple of days, because he's added a whole different list of different add-ons and what have you. Now if you haven't seen Iceberg, then you should go and subscribe to his YouTube channel, which is Delta Gaming. He hasn't done many YouTube videos lately, but he will be getting back on it. He's just been busy doing mods, making mods and other stuff. So link in the description if you want to go and subscribe to his channel. Then whoa, slow it down, you're going to damage. Yes, I'll tell you what. Oh, I have got a snorkel. Yes, we've got the new snorkels as well, but he's added a short snorkel and a long snorkel for it. But it's these 360-degree lights. Absolutely loving that. Now they're not working completely at the moment. It's weird, depending on certain maps. It all depends. Some maps they're working a treat. So if we go to darkness, and that's not really dark, is it? Hang on, let's do change it on the dev tools. I think, where are we? So it doesn't look like it's gonna go. There we go. So at the moment we got that light there, and then we put on the full beam, and then we've got the lights on the side there. But I've seen some screenshots of some of the other guys using it, and the side lights are a lot brighter on different maps. And at the moment we have got the rear light on there. I don't think he's finished the code on that, because getting all these LEDs to light up, each LED needs a specific code, so it's quite a lot of work just to get those lights working. But they look a treat, they really do. Where he wanted it so when you're driving along, it just lights everything up all the way around you. And like I said, they're not as good on this map for some reason. I don't know why that is, but I don't know. That's Snowrunner for you. It's not the same on every map, but there you go. We'll probably find out what the reason for that is eventually, but there you go. So absolutely loving the Hummer. Can't wait to get it out to you Not sure when that's going to be yet, but like I said, get these frame add-ons. You'll be getting the Humvee first, no matter what. Let's change back to daytime so we can see it. That's better. Yeah, so the Humvee will be released first, I think, and then the Hummer will be probably a few more weeks away yet, as he's spent quite a lot of time doing the modelling on this, and he's still got quite a bit of modelling to do. And as soon as that's ready, I will let you know. But loving the slant back on it, and hopefully we'll run through some of the other options what are there for you as well. See what I mean? We got power, we are sliding. We never used to be able to slide the Hummer, but we can now. Righto, I hope you've enjoyed this first look at the Snowrunner Hummer H1, coming from Delta Gaming very soon. And keep your eyes peeled, because over the weekend we should get our hands on the Humvee, and as soon as I do some testing on that, I will drop a video and show you what you can expect. Thanks for watching. Till the next time, goodbye.